Seeing none, we will accept the minutes of last meeting at the next meeting. We have them printed. Communications and public comments. Seeing none, we'll move on to unfinished business. Route 121 bridge update. I have a letter from James B. McCarthy, J.B. McCarthy from the state of Vermont that I'll read for the record. It says, we have met with Renaud Brothers, the current bridge contractor, and our construction section to discuss the change in design to the new structural steel of the above bridge project. As a result of that meeting, the further discussion with the agency, we have arrived at the following. One, we have confirmed that new structural steel delivery currently has a 12 to 15 month lead time. This puts construction out to 2024 at the earliest. Two, based on this steel delivery date, both the contractor and the agency desire to cancel the current contract and advertise this project for new construction bids. Three, cancellation of the current contract requires approval from the Federal Highway Administration as they are funding 80% of the project. This process is underway. Four, the agency is beginning the process of programming the required funds for redesign of the superstructure and construction, along with developing a new project schedule for advertising this project for construction bids. Five, we have started consultation with our consulting engineer and will begin the design of the new structural steel and develop a set of contract plans along with an expected bid advertising date, yet to be determined. We will keep the towns of Westminster and Rockingham up to date on the development of this project. Please do not hesitate to contact me with any questions. Sincerely, J.B. McCarthy, Bridge Preservation Engineer, Highway Division. So right now this is on the back burner right now until they get there and figure it out.
Regular suggestion that we should do the board. Go into our home page. If we could have a tab that would say 121 bridge, and from now for the next 3-4 years, any updates, so we could just click onto it. So we start with this, just so that if anybody want to know what's going on, they're not calling Allie all the time. And every time we make a change, and we get some more information.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but if it's feasible, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So previous to this, there was at least 2 different articles in the paper with the town of Rockingham kind of pushing this, which is a little disheartening actually, that they're really pushing this redesign and everything is new, and everything is not new. Everything is not redesigned. The width is not going to change. The length is not going to change. The temporary bridge is not going to change. They need to re-advertise the project. That's where they're at. It's not a start over. It's not a do-over. It's a re-advertisement. Rockingham seems to think they have a lot of skin in this game when I don't see whether they have a whole lot of skin in this game. So it's a little disheartening that they're putting articles out before the town that's paying for it even discusses it, but that's where we're at. So if there's any questions?
I was just thinking that was my thinking why we should have it there. That somebody called, they were from Rockingham, information right there, that's the latest information, and
yeah,
this is what it is, so people can read it. And I just think with this being another 2 or 3 or 4, like another 4 years before it's done, we're going to keep getting updates, whether it's about the school buses, about when they're coming, who gets it, and all that. It's just a process that we're starting all over again.
Yeah. If it's feasible to do, I don't know how to do it, but we can certainly look into it. I would assume they would probably have Renaud pull their signs and all that kind of stuff at some point. Yeah, I'm assuming.
So this afternoon, there was an accident up there on that, as we were talking earlier. They took down all the rail from the entrance of that driveway going to their job for a box truck. Jay McCarthy this afternoon and the state's inspectors. So there's nothing serious.
Nobody got hurt. Insurance paid for the guy.
Yes, that's the end, maybe a bridge.
Yeah.
We'll probably that's one happen. As soon as I get a report from the department, I will go after the insurance company to replace the guardrails. In the meantime, we'll have to replace it because they're young here, so we'll hold them tomorrow. And if they come in, we'll pay for it up front and the insurance company first.
So going forward, though, I mean, this project on $50,000 max to 200 to go up. So I think going into the budget, when we're looking at the budget, we're going to have to figure out if there's surplus monies. Can we add some of that to it? Do we up the bridge? Another
So
what is
Two bridges.
trying to think of that, but they coincide at that same time.
that's right.
So
But, you know, even though we're not gonna use it next year, it's the following year, right? That we would actually use the money. We still have another whole year.
Well, you continue to make payments as they do the engineering, as it's not, they do the bridge and then they just give the deal, the last contract. We've been paying for it very long, right? So,
That's what I'm saying, we're not gonna pay anything for 2024 for early. That gets up my point.
no, I hope you're right. I think you're gonna have to, as they engineer and they start working on it, the plans and doing things, we're sending you the bills.
And we do it properly?
Yeah, that's why we bet paying for this bridge right along.
Yeah.
The 121 bridge?
Yes,
Yeah. You guys ever-
that's what I was told.
have you guys ever seen the bill?
I don't know.
Come across here, I've seen no bill.
Okay, that I was told before, so.
I don't know how they can bill us, exit award the contract and get going.
Yeah.
Didn't they, we thought,
Renault's had the contract now for a
we need a
while.
penny for the whole thing that I know, we never, no.
Don't pay Renault, the state does.
I could be wrong.
I don't know. At the end of the day, it
But
doesn't
whatever,
matter.
I'm just saying that. They said would be five, it's young, but
Coincide.
Not hitting voters off 1 year. You know, so-
Some of the all right.
The only quick question, we're still, people want to contact us, I've had people ask me about the safety of that bridge for the next 2 years.
They told us a couple of meetings ago that there was
We're not lowering the.
It's in my file, but the question that email said, no, the state inspectors said, oh, there's no reason at this time to alter the weight on that bridge.
Just information.
Yeah, I got. But if that change, obviously we'll let people know.
anything else through 121 bridge update. Moving on, new business. Emergency Management Director discussion. Ben had asked to address the board at the last meeting. He wasn't going to be able to make it, so we had sent an email that I can read. I do not have a paper copy of it though.
Ben.
Ben, I'm sure.
Thank you.
This is dated 9/14/2022. Dear Select Board, I apologize for the last minute letter. I wanted to express my feelings about the Emergency Management Director position. I am more than happy to continue acting in this position for years to come, although I feel as though there should be some sort of stipend. This is a separate duty from my highway department position with the yearly LEMP, local emergency management position, plan due, and 4 to 5 other projects to work on that were listed on the hazard mitigation. I will have time invested. There are also emergency management meetings should be attended. In the future, I would like to update the local emergency management plan so we really have a thing goes wrong. $4,000 really been no that came to my head. Some years the town will make out better, in other even $4,000. This is simply to start the conversation. If a decision is made, that's great. If not, appointed. I can send this to you for that. Much more we can discuss that. And when I see that number of $4,000,
making sure that he's
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
That number was a little high, but again, I don't really know what it takes. But I think they should talk about it with him, not when he's not here. Right. So we want to table that for now. Sure. We can come back to it when he's available. Right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll table it.
make sure that he puts it on the agenda. We'll go over something.
So moving on to Figgery Road bid award. Truckers been working on this. This is the Figgery Road stream bank stabilization through the NRCS. We got 2 bids back last week. When was that? The 9th? 13th.
Oh, 13.
13th, yeah. First bid was Zaluzny. Z-A-L-U. Z-A-M-Y.
C-A-L-U.
Z-A-L-U-Z-N-Y.
Thank you.
And their bid was $167,600. And Bazin Brothers bid was $124,000.
What?
Yes, yep. They both came underneath the NRCS number that they generated of $132,563. And at our match would have been $33,141. So we're going to be under that 33 with this. So we just need a motion to award low bidder to Bazin Brothers.
So moved.
Motion has been made
Seconded.
and seconded. Any discussion on that?
Yeah, it's gonna be done by the end of December. This year. Yeah, and then we're supposed to start before October 1st.
And we're already on an extension, I think. At least paperwork.
Well, right now, we're already on extension.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna make a phone call, make the Basin that
Yeah.
we're gonna give it to them right away, but so they know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other discussion? Cool.
Is there a print that the fire department could get? We have a dry hydrant there, and I'd like to get a hold of Troy Dare, who's in charge of designing dry hydrants, et cetera, so you could incorporate that.
Yeah.
while they're doing it. I don't know if there's a plan somewhere just so I could send it to him and contact Basin Brothers. And
A plan for the project or a plan for the hydrant?
just for the dry hydrant. Yeah, a plan for the project, just so I can show it to him and say, this is what is going in.
Yeah.
Can we do a dry hydrant still in this spot?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Was it a-
of course, it's on the other side of the road, so it's not gonna,
Yeah,
but yeah, I can definitely do that.
That's been out for a while. It's been damaged for
for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, motion has, any other discussion? Motion has been made and seconded to award Basin Brothers for the Piggery Road Stream Bank Stabilization. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Those opposed? Ayes have it. And you'll let them know. Good to go. Moving on, September financials. Anybody have anything to discuss on this?
That might be right on page 7. On the bridge, any bill we get, right, we're gonna take it out of the bridge and we'll get a solution. So that's coming out of the general fund, comes out of there, right?
It's supposed to.
This 5806, does that ring a bell? Is that, I see we moved some money out of that as a fee, like we paid somebody out of that bridge $5,806.05. Is that,
Yeah,
it might be
sounds
what you're
about right. I did not code that bill. I believe it.
Somebody can come back with just an answer on that, because my question
I believe.
are they gonna incorporate that into our down payment as the next bid comes out? That's the continuing process, what's.
Where are you looking,
Yeah.
Craig? 5,806?
That's retreatment.
That's retreatment. That's total retreatment.
The bridge
All right, so the
expense up
bridge
above
expense
is
is
41.25.
I have a hard time reading that line, that's what I'm having a hard time. How do you read that again? So it comes across the top.
Yeah.
What's equipment fund? Nothing?
Do you want this?
Total, so your total equipment fund is nothing. It's above the double lines.
It is hard to read. It was either the 4,500. Okay. So
Without having a slip in front of us, that $4,000 could have been, it could have been just basic maintenance. It could have been.
Right.
No, because the equipment fund is specifically for.
Not talking about
equipment.
Bridge rehabilitation is only for the bridge rehabilitation.
That's right. Yeah.
It can't, the rest of the general repair.
Could have been at least that study.
Right.
Well, what I'm saying is, so when they first came and started working on that bridge, they did corings. They did a bridge inspection. Renault came with his signs and set them up. They put the scaffolding underneath. So the state paid out some money. So as the state does that, they bill us. They don't just rebuild a bridge and then give you a $200,000
No,
bill.
just agree with anything you said, if you could see that, if I get a copy of that bill, this.
So it was done before
have to have
we
a
separated some of this.
But if you're working on that bridge, it comes out of the bridge rehabilitation fund, not the general.
And I'm sure that I mentioned that to Chip, and that's exactly what he told me, back, you know, when you guys were first working on stuff, Ally, in the back room there. I mentioned that to him, and that's what he had said, that we had, because I asked him where the money had gone, because like you're saying, any maintenance I do on a bridge, like if I repair the deck, it comes out of either asphalt or guardrails or like that. It doesn't come out of the bridge rehabilitation.
If you go past the whole.
Correct. That's correct.
So just in the future, just when this, so, because I emailed this to all y'all, so ask me before we come to a meeting, so I can have things ready for you, and that there's no lingering.
No, this
Question.
question, not I was just, I don't have
Yeah.
a hard time reading the lines across, it was more like, which one is it? Is it the 5,000 or is it the 4,000? Okay.
I think that would be one bill, that would be a multiple bill.
But I think last year we made payments. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to go back and look. But that was before the town manager used to do that stuff. You know what I mean? So some of the stuff I'm just starting to, I never dealt with.
Maybe if we have
Pay
any
that.
like, let's say, if we just moved 15,000 to that fund, so we could come back next week and go, this is how much. After we added the 15 and took the 4,000, this is what we actually have in that fund right now.
Right.
Okay? Because that was stuff, we're gonna have to discuss that, like how much we're gonna ask the voters to move to put a side for